Cute, sexy, and fun. You're watching CSF Nation's Own WMK TV, Channel 90. So we are officially, I think I can safely say with confidence that as of this past week, we officially have entered the FAFO round, and we have entered the FAFO phase right now. And what's going on? If you guys don't understand what I'm saying when I say the word FAFO, FAFO is simply. Let me get my media shit up here. FAFO is simply this.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
We have entered the fuck around and find out phase. And that has been going on a lot this past week. So, and yes, we're going to still talk about it because his death is still relevant and it's still having that ripple effect going on. So, good morning, CSF Nation. I'm Makini, now you're Sherman Illustrator, and you guys know exactly what today is.
Today is Friday in California. Huh? Shoot.
It's Friday. The weekend is here on Makini in the morning. We got a couple of stuff that we want to go into, and in the meantime, I'm just getting everything set up so that way we'll have some drama. I'm gonna bring the cam out. We're gonna bring the main cam. We're gonna bring out the fan cam out, the drawing cam out this time instead of going into our main tablet. I am working on a commission right now for a friend in the chat, and I'm gonna go and turn on the camera over here, so as you guys can see, it is right here. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna continue on the grayscale. Let's see, I don't expect myself to finish, but we do have a lot to go over today. Two specific articles that I want to go over because it heightens more of what's been going on, and there's a lot more that we could go this week, but there's a lot more that we could go on today, but we are pressed for time, so let's go ahead and make this quick. Listen, we got 6 people watching. I know more people will start trickling in as time goes on, so you guys know the drill.
Hey, if you're enjoying this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle.
And smack that subscribe button if you want to see more art content from Makini. Thank you so much, and hope you enjoy the show.
Later.
Smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button, make it jiggle as well. You guys have been absolutely amazing. We've been making some posts, a lot of stuff lately, and I do want to ask you guys a little. I want to ask you guys a little question. I'll put it in the. I'll put a poll up in the. I'll put a poll up later. So as we go to this, shut up. Anyway, let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat, and then we're going to go straight into the topics at hand. Power, good to see you. He's going to have to step out the stream early, no problem. Neo J, good morning to you. Rocky, who was saying 3 days of summer, 42 days left till Halloween. Absolutely enjoying that. PFP looking good. I still have that. I can't believe I still have this up. You know, I probably will change it. I'll change it next week. I'll change it next week. But yeah, you know what? It was the most. I was happy. I think all in all, I really like this event. On one simple reason is that we got the Chad Commander back. So the Chad Commander is back. Anyway, good morning. I did not see Sean in here. I don't see Sean in here. Okay. Neo J, good morning. With the emojis. By the way, I am probably going to be making a new emoji as well. I think we need a cap emoji. Pie Flinger, good morning to you. Kitty Bear, sorry for what happened, Charlie. I'm not sorry for what happened. Jimmy Kimmel in the back position. We will get to that. It was a good stream, Sean. Damn it. So look up 898 intros. Nice. I think my morning's back. I think my morning wood is back. Okay. Let me know if it's clear. I'm trying to make sure it looks clear as possible. Okay, guys. As I'm still trying to get everything set up, we will get into the stuff momentarily. But I do have something I want to ask you guys, and I'll put it in the poll. And I'm wondering if this will drive engagement onto the channel. I'm just very curious. I'll put it in the poll right now. How? I'm just tapping. I'm just want to get a good gauge. Okay, and let me. Okay, just a curious thing. Okay, I put it up on the community tab. Check out the poll, guys. Just a very curious question. Just something to think about. Just something I was wondering about that because I see some just because I see other channels do it. As long as they credit the artist, it's actually totally fine with that. But yeah, just let me know. I just put the poll up. Speaking of which, I am trying to look for there it is. Okay, so before we get started, I did make a lucky find. I did have a lucky find. So yesterday at work, somebody dropped this stylus here. It's a remarkable stylus. And this stylus has done wonders for me. Like, I cannot believe this is a lucky find. So, yeah, finders keepers on this one. Finders keepers on this one. So, I've been using this stylus for the past 2 days. So it's been doing wonders for me. I love it. I love it. Okay. Oh my God! So you enjoy music out there? Fucking copyright. Well, copyright. Obviously, well, has to be, copyright free. Okay, yeah. It's a legendary drop. Yeah, it's like the best way to put it. Speaking of which, I do need to add. Speaking of which, we are going to add music real quick because we are pressed for time. Okay, now. Now let's do house tracks and let's get more stuff. Okay. All right, guys, we are ready to go. Now, let's go. Let's start with Exhibit A and probably the main focus of our FAFO, F around and find out phase of the F around and find out phase of what has been going on lately. What is going on? Why are you doing this? All right, let's start with the F around. Let's start with the first part of our F around and find out phase. And that will be, let's make sure. Sorry. Let's start with this bullshit right here. So in the wake of Charlie Kirk's demise, public demise, we've had a lot of people say a lot of things. There's been a lot of discourse. There's been a lot of talk. So much so that the people who are celebrating Kirk's demise is they're finding out. They are finding out, and I can't have much sympathy, to be honest. Regardless of how you feel about Charlie Kirk and his politics and shit like that, I can't really feel sympathy for the people who were actively celebrating his demise, and now people are losing their jobs over it. One of the biggest ones is one Jimmy Kimmel. Now, before I play the video in question, this is not an attack on free speech. This is let's get that out of the way. Kimmel, you have every right to say what you want to say, but the problem is that you got the facts wrong. You purposefully lied about this shooter who took Charlie Kirk's life. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Anyway, let's get to the moment that got him fired.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from.
Here's everything you need to know about the off-key monologue that got Jimmy Kimmel.
In the finger pointing, there was grieving.
Service on Monday for what he deemed to be.
In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
Kimmel.
Okay. Let's get back to the first part, shall we?
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing.
Yeah, I think we can universally agree this is where the part that he got fired with. So let's bring some context here. First off, Kimmel, you blatantly lied. This is a blatant lie, and this is a blatant lie. In some cases, this would be almost considered slander too, because the shooter was not a MAGA Republican. It was, in fact, a trans activist. He had a trans furry partner as well. Multiple casings in his bullets that read, "Hey, fascists, catch this." Slogans for Antifa, even one referencing Helldivers 2. Trans activism. So you purposefully lied to your millions of let's be honest, you purposefully lied about it to your millions of viewers, which you barely count as many, barely don't have that many viewers compared to Stephen Colbert. Let's be real here. And instead of, maybe course correcting, maybe you got the facts wrong, you decided to triple down. Also, let's be honest here, you've spent your entire ever since the 2016 presidential term, your entire late night show has been nothing but bashing Trump. So in a way, you will be considered a propagandist. Let's be honest here. In a way, you're considered a propagandist. I'm sorry, I don't have any sympathy for you, and you probably deserved it. I'm going to be honest with you. You likely deserved it, and let's be honest. And I mean, also, we could probably dig up some of Jimmy's past statements, especially regarding the people who refused the jab. Apparently, that was one thing. It's probably plenty of times. So let's go into That Part Place. We're just going to read this. I'm just going to read this out from That Part Place. It's from Marvin Goodness. Check out That Part Place. Sinclair Broadcast Group, SBG, one of the nation's largest owner of ABC affiliates, says Jimmy Kimmel's removal of ABC schedule does not go far enough. The company announced it already preempted Jimmy Kimmel Live and is calling out the host for an ideology and financial donation for the family of Charlie Kirk. In a statement posted by Sinclair Inc., we are Sinclair, the company opened with Sinclair states, let me go ahead and I'm going to go full screen on this one. The company opened with Sinclair says that Kimmel's suspension is not enough. There are calls on the FCC and ABC to take additional action and continue Sinclair's ABC stations and to air special remembrance of Charlie Kirk during Jimmy Kimmel Live's Friday time slot. Sinclair stated that it objects to the comments made by Kimmel concerning the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The company explained, as discussed by ABC earlier today, Sinclair decided to indefinitely preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live beginning tonight. Following these discussions, ABC suspended the production of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Vice Chairman Jason Smith added, Mr. Kimmel's remarks were inappropriate and deeply insensitive at a critical moment in our country. We believe broadcasters have a responsibility to educate and elevate respectful and constructive dialogue in our communities. We appreciate the FCC Chairman's Carr's remarks today, with the incident highlights the critical needs to take the FCC to immediate regulatory action to address control held over by local broadcasters and big national networks. Sinclair announced that it will air a special remembrance of Charlie Kirk on this Friday during Kimmel's unusual time slot. This will be special, also rebroadcast to all Sinclair stations over the weekend. The company will be offering its tribute to all ABC affiliates worldwide. According to Sinclair's statement, Sinclair will not lift the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live on a station until a formal discussions are held with ABC regarding the network's commitment to professionalism and accountability. The company went further. Sinclair also calls on Mr. Kimmel to issue a direct apology to the Kirk family. Furthermore, Sinclair asked Mr. Kimmel to make a meaningful personal donation to the Kirk family and Turning Point USA. included, regardless of ABC's plan for future the program. Sinclair needs not to return Jimmy Kimmel Live until we are confident the appropriate steps are taken to uphold the standards expected of a national broadcast platform. Jimmy Kimmel has reportedly been hesitant to issue any kind of apology for his remarks, and wants to try to say that his stuff was taken out of context. You made a blatant lie. You made a blatant lie on national television. Not like we haven't seen that before. Kimmel made it clear he was unwilling to apologize for remarks, according to his insiders down on board. It was going to direct the focus on President Trump's most fervent supporters. Next Star Media Group preempted Kimmel said it will no longer own the show for a foreseeable future, and ABC confronted Jimmy Kimmel Live that would preemptively indefinitely across the network. The backlash stemmed from Kimmel's September 15th monologue. He claimed falsely that Trump supporters were desperately trying to characterize the kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, even though everything they can score political points from it. Of course, this is categorically false. The killer, Charlie Kirk, is an Antifa member, had messaging on his email. Kerry lived with his romantic partner, who is a trans furry, and Kimmel also mocked Trump's response, saying, "This is not how adult grieves a murder." Like, yeah, so way to downplay. First off, I like you took one reaction from him, basically, and I say this is somebody who does not like Trump at all. You took one reaction from it, and then you downplayed Kirk's murder as basically somebody mourning as a 4-year-old mourning a goldfish. ABC had not said the Kimmel Show will return, with Nexstar and Sinclair preempting Jimmy Kimmel Live across the affiliates, and Charlie Kirk Remembers special set air in its place. The future of Kimmel's late night programs unclear. Jimmy Kimmel has been resistant to issue an apology, but if it becomes a barrier to claim his late night show, well, you can see him issue a statement to Kirk family. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen because Kimmel's that much of a piece of shit. And which what we see with a lot. We'll see with a lot of people who have been preemptive about not wanting to maybe backtrack their statements to the people who are actually celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination. I mean, let me correct that statement. The people who are actively celebrating his passing. And Kirk was apparently right. Jimmy Kimmel wasn't funny. He said that in a recent tweet. So somehow Kirk is getting W's from beyond the grave. Kirk is continuing to get W's from beyond the grave. It's. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm taking somewhat glee in this because you've made a blatant lie, and you've made a blatant lie, and you continue to double down, and it just shows how much of a piece of shit that you really are. And I mean, you really are, Jimmy, because you really are a piece of shit. But at the same time, I'm on that side of Clownfish TV in that I see plenty of concern. I see a lot of concern going on, honestly. I see plenty of concern. And the reason, and what I mean is the Neon and Geeky made a good point in that this might cause a pendulum swing. That this might cause another pendulum swing to where now the government, which is now leaning towards right, is now going to start dictating and start deciding what is, free speech and shit like that, and start regulating that kind of free speech, like to where, we can't criticize, Charlie Kirk at all. And I am worried about that. I am genuinely worried about that. And I'm hoping that, like I said, people say cool heads will prevail in that, understand the difference between having genuine criticisms towards the guy and and celebrating his passing. He wins, yeah. He's taking W's from beyond the grave. I'm hoping that everybody can understand a difference there, because now people online are now complaining that this is a free speech issue. They want to be like, my free speech, and I'm like, I wonder how Kirk feels about that. Oh wait, he can't. The problem is that the issue is that the thing is that those same rules, those same principles that one side of the aisle has been so adamant in promoting are not liking the fact that those rules are being applied to them. They do not like the fact that those rules are being applied to their side now. I mean, I don't think we'll have time to get into the fact that, Hamas Epstein Piker is Hamas Piker and Dan Clancy, gooning lord Dan Clancy, is now they're being summoned to Congress to explain, some of the rhetoric that has been going on Twitch. Nux has been all over that. Nux has been taking victory laps over that too. The thing is that it's coming back to bite people in the ass. The thing is, it's coming back to bite people in the ass. If you want to have the issue, everybody has problems with him. I can understand. Everybody says criticisms of Kirk. That's totally fine. But if you're actively going out there and saying, that he deserved it, that he is to blame, and Jimmy Kimmel low key is saying that Charlie Kirk was to blame, is to blame. This is his fault that he got shot and killed. The fact that you had comic artist Gretchen Felker Martin saying praying for the bullets that touched Charlie Kirk. And the fact of the matter is, and we're going to get into Sucker Punch next. The fact of the matter is, there's clearly a hard line. There's clearly a freaking hard line. I know. He is a writer, not an artist. Hey, Sean. The fact of the matter is, there's clearly a hard line here. There's clearly a line you don't cross. But the fact that people are celebrating his death even when the body wasn't even cold yet. And don't even get me started on, you know what ticked me off? You know what? I gotta admit, I will admit, this ticked me off just a little bit. This ticked me off just a little bit. This ticked me off just a little bit. So I'm gonna bring this up from A-Bit Eric. Shout out to A-Bit Eric.
Charlie's grieving wife, Erica Kirk, calling her grief lies and acting.
For everyone who is watching this, restreaming this, if you think this is genuine, you are very special. You are very unique. This is some of the worst acting. Like, she would give fucking the people that are on those Hallmark shows a run for their money. Give me a break. Give me a break. You could restream me all of them, all you want to. If you buy into this, this says more about you than it does about me.
Review Tech USA, who now goes by Rich Tomorrow, went completely off the rails. He openly said Erica needed better acting classes and compared her to Chris Watts, a man who killed his entire family, and even hit the applause button multiple times while ridiculing her pain. That's the part that gets me right there. And not to mention, this guy had the nerve to say all this on a live stream to hundreds of people while also being a father himself.
This is not the way that you fucking grieve. This is not natural. This is about as natural as when Chris Watts was fucking interrogated by the cops and he was, I just need to see my little girls. And my wife, I wish she would just call me. Like, he's like, is the vocal fry making you think that I'm actually sad?
Yeah, I just wanted to share that real quick. You can watch the full video. You can happily watch the full video down below. I just want to share that real quick. And at first I was a little angry. First I was definitely a little bit angry about this, and then I kind of took a moment, held back, and cool heads prevailed. And I'll just say this right now. So one, first off, Erica Kirks is now appointed as CEO. Is now being appointed CEO of Turning Point USA. So basically, she wants to continue her. The widow wants to continue her husband's legacy. She wants to continue her husband's legacy left behind. Kirk just wanted to talk, by the way. He was somebody that just wanted to talk, regardless of how your opinions feel about him. He actually just wanted to talk, willing to have an open conversation with him. Second, very poor taste. Honestly, disgustingly poor taste to say that, Erica's grieving is anyway fake. You can tell that it's just has genuine emotions. That I'm sorry, your husband and the father of your children was killed in cold blood right in front of you in an event with over 3,000 people watching live. How else do you expect her to grieve? How else are you going to expect her to feel about this? And I'm not even believing any of the BS conspiracy theories that everybody's pointing out right now. But yeah, I'm sorry. Rich, tell me, talk to me. Talk to us about, faking your emotions when you lose someone close to you who was killed in cold blood right in front of you, in front of 3,000 people. Then tell us about what's actually what's real, what's fake when it comes to grieving. Also, I'm gonna end this with one little final portion. You can get at me all you want to, and I don't care. Rich, let's be honest. You're just mad that Charlie Kirk is a better father than you'll ever be. Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments, shall we? Okay, first off, so it's blessing in disguise. Yeah, apparently he's taking W's from beyond the grave. Doubled down recently. Of course he did. Of course Kimmel did, because they can't admit that they're wrong. They cannot admit that they're wrong. They cannot admit that they blatantly lied. To continue to run this message and say, oh, it was MAGA, that the shooter, Tyler Robson, was a MAGA Republican, when the motherfucker had bullet casings with trans activism and Antifa messages in his bullet engravings, and was living with a trans furry. He was indoctrinated. It was clear that it was indoctrination, right, Destiny? I'm sorry. I need to call out one more person. Destiny. you do realize that people can get indoctrinated, even if they grow up, even if people grow up, and you should know all that by now, Destiny, since you grew up in a Christian conservative family. You grew up in a Christian conservative family. Yes, you can still get indoctrinated. You of all people should know that, Destiny. And apparently he's being investigated too. Hey, what was that? What was that? Conservatives need to be afraid. Oh boy. Ooh. Yo, yeah, and I agree, Power. The files still aren't out. The files still aren't out. Don't think people are just going to sit by and forget the whole thing with the Epstein files. Y'all need to release that damn files. Gotta love convenience, don't it? Anyway, I have a problem. You post it from where you got the art from. You don't post. Yeah, okay. The celebration have less of a problem. Living about it is about saying I'm not saying cheering is okay. Just saying I find it less offensive. It's a fair point. But people are actively like, he deserved it. You know, he deserved it. He brought it upon himself. Everybody was cheering for joy. You get an investigation. Everybody gets an investigation. Exactly. My strength is being tested right now. Oh, my strength was being tested right now, too. I'm left and I know he's lying. And there's millions of NPC, the Crow Wrestling Legend Hall of Fame, Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you think Jimmy Kimmel, Disney stuff, give me a hell yeah. This show was losing money way before this, but also threatened to make them lose even more revenue. Of course. I mentioned before, Kitty Bear, that he has less revenue than Stephen Colbert, who lost his gig earlier this year, or a couple months ago. To be fair, people say Kimmel and Fallon. You know what the funny thing I've noticed about? You know what the funny thing is? Fallon to me is like the less like Fallon and like I've got the other one. Dang it. I cannot think of the tip of my tongue. Like Fallon's like the least offensive. Fallon's like the most neutral to me. I've always found. I had a problem with Fallon. It's just I had a problem with Kimmel specifically. So yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of till there's some glee here. I'm absolutely taking glee in this whole situation because he lived what's called karma. Whereas Jones, you get what you deserve. The people who thought could insult Kirk's death thought they would have gotten away with it if they weren't for a rude awakening. It's a blessing in disguise. Yeah. W's from the afterlife. And yes, Destiny is still relevant, by the way. Writer artist. Oh yeah. Writer artist. The only thing that has me laughing about this whole thing is that they want to boycott Jim. It's so hilarious, and we're gonna get into Sucker Punch next because this is brilliant. I'm gonna go to Sucker Punch on this never. These people are actual demons. I agree. What a piece of excrement. And how does one dictate how one grieves? Exactly. Talk to me. Like I said, Sean, talk to me when your significant other is killed in cold blood right in front of you and in front of 3,000 other people. Then talk to me. Then talk to us about grieving. Yeah. People try their hardest to reserve a seat now. Oh yeah, they're trying. Oh, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. I'm for a review today. Yeah, oh yeah, I know. Hey, Punk. Someone died in front of me. Yeah, I'd be absolutely heartbroken. Exactly. It's not just they died in front of you; they were shot and killed right in front of you. They played it. See, and you know what? And honestly, I had to really take some time to think about this. The whole thing with Tyler Robson, because I was watching Nuts' video yesterday about it. I've come around. I don't think a life in prison is enough. I don't think that's enough. I think we need to just set the standard here. Because people are advocating, because now the judge and others are trying to find a good case to advocate for the death penalty. And you know what? I think he deserves that. Honestly, I think he truly deserves that. And what was funny was that ABC was already in trouble, because I want to share this with you guys. So ABC was in hot water with this, by the way. This is ABC News. I'm going to share this real quick.
About the alleged murder weapon, where it was hidden, how it was placed, what was on it, but also it was very touching in a way that I think many of us didn't expect. A very intimate portrait into this relationship between the suspect's roommate and the suspect himself, with him repeatedly calling his roommate, who was transitioning, calling him my love, and I want to protect you, my love. So it was this duality of someone who the attorney said not only jeopardized.
This is someone on ABC News trying to say that the story behind Tyler Robson's story and the reason why he went out of his way to assassinate Charlie Kirk was romantic. I am not kidding you. Like, you can't make this up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Because I already knew that there were idiots out there trying to sympathize with the killer, but to this degree, oh my God, it is sickening.
Life of Charlie Kirk and the crowd, but was doing it in front of children, which is one of the aggravating circumstances of this case. And on the other hand, he was, speaking so lovingly about his partner. So a very interesting and, as Pierre said, riveting press conference.
Oh, and by the way, people who are saying that, people are now saying that whatever kind of story that they were trying to post about Tyler Robson and his partner, even they saying that was part of that was somehow fabricated. But the fact that you're trying to take this and say this is romantic is absolutely effed up. Like it is absolutely screwed up, man.
David.
It was tough.
Just to be clear, for the Matt Gutmans of the world, this text messages lays out essentially a confession of Tyler Robinson snuffing out the life of an innocent person who was hated simply for challenging their beliefs on college campuses. So there's nothing really touching about this. It would be like reading Jeffrey Dahmer talking about murdering human beings and engaging in cannibalism and being like, well, this could make for a good cookbook. It's completely out of left field. It's not germane to the conversation. It's not helpful, and it's not reporting. So
that was a massive, I was just like, you don't hate the mainstream media enough. I think that's just what it came down to. It's just like you don't hate the mainstream media enough. So it is just amazing. It's freaking amazing. Absolutely. Let's go to the next topic. So, Sucker Punch. So, Sucker Punch, the team behind Ghost of Yotei, and they are taking hits on both sides now. They are cooked. Okay, they are cooked on both sides of the aisle right now because they're because now that you had that Drew Harrington, the senior developer who was fired for for basically celebrating Kirk's assassination, and doubling down on it. Now people on Blue Sky, of course, obviously on Blue Sky, are mad at Sony, are mad at Sucker Punch for firing her, when it's like that was in poor taste. I understand free speech and all that, but that's freaking in poor taste, man. You could have just waited. That felt more gibberish and romantic details. It's just now both sides of the aisle are getting both sides of the aisle are now are attacking Ghost of Yotei. And do I think the game is going to do bad? Is going to flop? No, the game is not going to flop. I don't think it's going to flop at all. What I do think is that it's going to hurt the sales. I do think it is going to hurt the sales, though. And it doesn't help the fact that with Ghost of Yotei, now some more tweets have surfaced up from Erika Ishii, the voice actress for the main character in Ghost of Yotei. I'm going to put this up. This is from Yellow Flash. We're gonna watch this from Yellow Flash, and then the link in the description. So this is very interesting.
Coming up, and it looks like this one might be hitting Last of Us 2 levels of controversy, and it didn't have to be this way, but you know, they brought all of this on themselves. They really did. They hire these radicals to come in and work on their stuff, thinking that it's going to be okay, that these people can be businesslike, and well, that doesn't happen. So some of the developers decided to speak their mind and celebrate and dance on the grave of Charlie Kirk, and it has blown up in their face. Keep in mind, their voice actor, who is also the life model for the main character, is quite controversial herself, and we're going to get into her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're doing whatever they can. Something that I noticed today as I was getting ready for this video, they've been getting ratioed to hell on other trailers now. So
Yeah.
over on IGN, they posted this official Dual Katana trailer.
So let me give you guys some updates on this one. So Ghost of Yotei, they released their recent trailer. One of the recent trailers, they released it to everywhere except for Twitter. And if you go to on YouTube, on the official PlayStation YouTube channel, it has been ratioed. Everybody has made comments saying, you know, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, and shit like that. People are, but even on IGN, it has been ratioed. Everywhere that Sucker Punch and Sony have released the current trailer for Ghost of Yotei, everywhere it's being ratioed. It is being ratioed, and now both sides are basically both sides feel kind of somewhat unified in how much this is going to hurt Ghost of Yotei. Now, the game, like I said, the game is going to do well. I think the game's going to do well just on name alone, but I think they're going to take somewhat of a hit. I think Sucker Punch is going to take somewhat of a hit.
It's already ratioed. It's already ratioed. This isn't even on the PlayStation site. This is over on IGN. It's happening to all of the videos. Now, their main video that they hid my comment on, by the way, you won't see it. And if you, I can see it if I sort. And that's how I know they just hid me. They didn't even delete. They didn't even delete the video or delete the comment. They just banned me on the channel. That's why I can still see it. But if you go and you sort by top comments, my RIP Charlie Kirk comment is gone. You won't see it. You will not see it if you look for it. Unless they unban me. And you would see it because it's in the top comments. 3.1K upvotes. And it's got a lot of interaction. 88 replies. The other top ones are still in the 3,000s. Here's one that's 7.4 that just says, I'm here to look at the comments. Now, that caused a little bit of a problem for them because now if you sort by newest comments, it's all people saying like RIP Charlie Kirk. So they just made it worse because, of course, I'm going to highlight it and talk about it. Park Place wrote an article about it. I think Fandom Pulse did too. People made videos on it, and it just made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good decision doing that. That trailer's getting just ratioed to hell and commented to hell. Now, one thing I noticed is they decided, well, okay, well, we're going to get around that by posting a new trailer. Okay. And it's only a matter of time till this one gets the same treatment. This one came out 34 minutes ago, and it's already starting to rack up the dislikes. It's going to get ratioed as well.
Yep.
Absolutely going to get ratioed as well. And none of the comments are really here for like, okay, here we go. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. It's already starting. Now, the real problem that they're facing in this new political climate of consequence culture is the fact that their voice actor and person that they based the model on for the game is really weird and crazy and very, very radical.
Mm-hmm.
So she posted back in 2020, I'm Antifa. Now that's interesting. And the reason that's interesting is because Trump finally, he should have done this in his first term. But finally, Antifa has been designated a major terrorist organization, as it is and should be. So he said yesterday, I'm pleased to inform our many USA patriots that I am designating Antifa, a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster, as a major terrorist organization. I will also be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thorough.
Now, here's the thing. Okay, now here's the thing. I want to bring this up. It has not been like documented in just yet, apparently. So they still got to go through like documentation and such like that to label Antifa as a terror organization. But the fact of the matter is that it's getting crazy out there. People are waking up to what people are now seeing, what's really going on. People are now seeing the men behind the curtain, the groups behind the curtain. And yeah, it's at this point, you probably should have labeled it a long time ago. I know we're getting heavy in the political shit here, but I think you should have labeled that group a long time ago. I think it should have been labeled a long time ago. It should have been designated a long time ago. But it is what it is, and now everybody's freaking out about it. Now everybody's melting down about it, and I'm wondering now. I guess props to Erika Ishii for staying out of the limelight, keeping her mouth shut about it, because she probably has some shit to say about Charlie Kirk and shit like that. But this ain't gonna help it. But this ain't helping their side, man. I think what it just comes down to is people are just waking the hell up that it really is. You can't play both. You can't play the both sides game anymore. I think people are done playing the both sides game anymore when it's blatantly obvious that it is one side of the aisle. It is one side of the aisle. And you know what? I think this, and I think the whole thing with this situation, with everything that's going on, I feel like I've been radicalized, to be honest. That's what it feels like. It feels like I've been radicalized to a degree. Into feeling that this is just, clearly you can't play both sides of the issue. You can't play both sides. This is a both sides issue now. Also find it interesting that no cities were burned down in a wake of Kirk's passing. However, despite the fact that Kirk and St. Floyd were born on the same day, just 20 years apart. What an interesting time we're in, man. It's a very interesting. Yes, I'm not kidding. By the way, I am not kidding by that. Let me bring up WestJet real quick. Let me bring up WestJet because he made a good point about this.
massive day.
Yeah, yes, a massive day for the unemployed. No, he's not kidding. October 14th, 1993, 1973, and yet no fires, and yet no cities were burned down due to one of them. I find that very ironic. I don't know. Somehow it's an insane coincidence, and it's somehow it's ironic.
Ironic.
I know, Pi. I know. I'm trying, Pi. I am trying, but
thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And that's fantastic. A lot of people are going to get in trouble outside of just this game. Okay. I was reading something about Canada funding some of this.
What do you mean? And what are you talking about, Punk? In regards to Kirk? What can you further elaborate, please, Punk?
That's interesting if true. Of course, you're going to have the Soroses and some people in Hollywood. A lot of people are going to get in trouble for this, as they should have been, because Antifa is a very, very dangerous group. Very, very dangerous group. The killer, assassin of Charlie Kirk, likely heavy.
Host cross the line with that comment. Elaborate. Okay. In this regard to what happened in 2020, and just elaborate further. It's just in terms to clarify. Let me check. God, I hate getting into politics. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what? Already stepped my foot into politics talking about this right now. So, yeah, of course I condemn this kind of shit, and I think this shit needs to be called out. Fox News hosted about inquiry about the conservatives view homelessness. And keep in mind that I work in a city that has record homelessness. We apologize for assuming Council Mark said homeless people who experience mental illness and treatments to be executed. Refuse treatment. I'm obviously away. I'm not mentally ill. Homeless people act as the perpetrator did in North Carolina. It killed so many. Instead, so many homeless people deserve empathy and compassion. Kill me, said September 14th at the moment. Viral. On 10th, Kilmeade and others were on Fox and Friends discovering the failed stabbing of Irina Zaritska in Charlotte, North Carolina. The man accused killing her repeatedly suffers from mental illness and was living in a homeless shelter at the time. That doesn't justify. Punk, I agree it's outlined, but in terms of the failed stabbing of Irina, yeah, that doesn't justify it. Well, some of the unhoused people who refuse to treat for mental illness should be locked up in jail, which Kilme replied they should be rejected of all lethal injected. Yeah, that is a step out of line, bro. That is a fucking step out of line. People who they should be locked up. I agree 1,000%. They should be locked up. Let's not go with the lethal side. I think in a case of Tom Robson, I think death is warranted. I think it's fucking warranted. So I'm taking this shit on a case by case basis. So if you got me there, Punk. You got me there. It won't solve the crime, but yeah, you got me there. However, I stand by no excuse made in what happened to that motherfucker who stabbed Irina. Yeah, there's no excuse whatsoever. And I did report how everybody was jumping the gun on how people were jumping the gun about the killer being let go, and it's like, no, it wasn't the case. He's being sent to a mental institution, basically sent to the hospital for a mental institution because apparently he's deemed unfit to serve trial, which I call BS on that completely. Fuck. To people who are just tuning in, listen, let me just say this right now. This has taken over so much of the headlines. This has taken over even within the video game industry that unfortunately I can't escape. Okay, unfortunately I gotta talk about it now because this shit is regarding the video game industry. This whole Kirk situation is now regarding everything, every form of entertainment now, and you can't escape it. So I might as well just talk about it right now. Just get it out the way. But there's more shit that continues to go on. Especially in regards to Charlie Kirk, in regards to the Kirk situation, regardless of how you feel. I wish you would worry about it. No worries, man. No worries, man. No worries, man. No worries. It's just this shit is almost like a wake-up call for me. This shit has just been like I've been trying. Like I've been fucking trying. But we ain't playing, but in regards to Charlie Kirk's assassination, I can't play this both sides argument. I just simply can't. I can't play this both sides shit. We can't play this both sides shit, and you can't come at me with whataboutisms. Because people came out with whataboutism about the politician who was killed in Minnesota, which it turns out the person who murdered that politician in Minnesota, turns out that was they had No Kings protest signs and was on their side, basically. And by the way, nobody knew about that. Nobody was going to celebrate that. So, yeah, you can't. I'm getting fired up talking about this right now. You can't. In regards to the shit regarding Charlie Kirk, you cannot. I can't do this. I'm not going to deal with this whole whataboutisms. And you can't play both sides. I'm sorry. I know people are going to unsubscribe from me with that, but I'm sorry. But you know what? This shit. You know what? This shit escape. You know what? It's still relevant. It's relevant. People are still talking about that. People can't escape from it. Just like the whole thing with censorship. Just like the whole thing with everything's going on, man. I honestly do feel that, like, I honestly do feel that humanity is like being put to the test right now. That people's humanity is being put to the test right now. It's honestly angry, man. The shit is angering me. But the thing is, we can't escape it. Now everybody's talking about it because now because people have went full on mask off, especially in the video game industry, especially within video games, which I've been very caring, which I've talked about, which I've been talking about for so long since 2024, that everybody that now Everybody's showing their true colors. The mask is slipped. And I'm just like, okay, at some point, and I'm not trying to attack you or anything, Punk. I'm not trying to take anything this up at any point this, but what I'm trying to say is, at what point you just got to look at this and say, okay, I've tried to be cordial. I tried to see the other side. I tried to understand what is going on here. But it's damn clear. It's just damn clear that just some people in this world that just cannot be reasoned with. Okay? They just simply can't. You try to meet them halfway. They don't want a conversation. They don't want to meet them halfway. Some cases, they want you dead, man. The pendulum needs to swing back down the middle, but I don't think it's ever going. I don't think that's more of a pipe dream. That's more of a pipe dream than anything else. We need cooler heads to prevail now more than ever, but shit. Because it feels like my humanity is being tested. My tolerance is being tested now. That's what it feels like. Somebody I don't care about, and yet it's somehow having an effect on me. It's having an effect on everybody, man. Like the ultimate thing is, and like you guys gotta understand, the ultimate thing is we got to start asking questions, man. We gotta start asking the real questions here. We gotta address the elephant in the room. I'm just at the point where it's just I can't play this both sides crap anymore. I can't play this whataboutisms, man. This is why we need escapism now more than ever. This is why escapism is that important. This is why that, it's going to have this whenever I see stuff that I care about being attacked like this, yeah, I'm going to be I'm going to be more gloves off. I'm just going to be more gloves off now. It's coming off. You keep that in the chat, man. Everybody's I'm noticing a lot more. I'm seeing a lot more people. I'm seeing this situation has radicalized so much more. This situation has definitely. This situation has opened up a lot of eyes, man. This situation has opened up a lot of eyes to a lot of people, and a lot of people are just like leaving one side of the aisle to go to the other side. So to the people who are just celebrating Kurt's death as, somehow a win for their side, it's not really is, man. You just furthered the divide. You just made shit worse. You just showed your true colors, man. That's what it feels like. And also the other thing is that like we're seeing more and more people turn to the good book now. We're seeing more and more of that too. Which I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. Because you need that. Because some people really do need that. And I think that's good for them. But it's just this divide, man. This divide, like cooler heads need to prevail. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the cooler heads are just going to be phased out. They're just going to be washed out by the extremists. And yes, we will say yes, and there are streams on both sides of the aisle. But when I'm seeing this shit, when I'm looking at this crap that's been going on with Kirk, and I'm looking at everything that's been going on, all the shit that's been going down, and I'm looking at it's just one side of the aisle. I'm looking at it, it's just one side. Man, I can't deny the fact that it clearly a lot of this is coming from one side of the aisle, man. And all they did is just strengthen the resilience of the other side. Now you got one side. Now it's going to go even harder. Now they're done holding back. They've been beaten up. They've been crapped on for like what 2 terms at this point. For 10 years. Now they done. Now that they boys in power. Now they can clap back, and that's what a problem, and that's what we're gonna have a problem with, though. And I do think that everything can. I do think that a lot of this can simply mitigate if we could just freaking talk to each other. If we could just be honest, man. Okay, man. So why am I talking about this? Why have I been talking about this whole Charlie Kirk thing? It's just because it is because now it's the thing that I feared the most, is that politics has affected everything, every course of life, even in our hobbies. And as much as I try to escape from it, the people that I may have enjoyed, the content may have enjoyed saying stuff like this, and I'm like, dude. I am too. I was too, man. But it's just, it's just popular. I just can't, in good consciousness, just play this both sides shit. I just can't, because it's so blatantly obvious. That means both sides shouldn't be. Doesn't mean their side shouldn't be criticized. No, their side deserves every right to be criticized. But we're not going to play the whole situation, especially with Kirk, is that both sides are fault. No, BS. When the killers basically was stating that they were clearly threatened by what he was saying. When I look at all these comments, when I look at all of these statements and shit like that, I'm like, you guys were threatened by what he was saying. You guys were threatened by his words. You guys were threatened by somebody who just wanted to fucking talk. Say what you will about him. And people have a lot of things to say about him, but he was at least willing to talk. He was willing to actually have a conversation. He was willing to go into the denseness time after time and speak to the other side, have conversations with people, man. It's more than that, Pi. You got to be willing to talk to them, man. You got to be willing to. But one side doesn't want to hear the other side out. It just simply isn't, man. And that's why I'm conflicted. Apparently there was news of I guess another like right-wing, I guess a right-wing senator was like burned alive, was like burned to death or some kind of shit. And I'm like, bro, like the fuck, man. You know, people are flocking back to retro games. People are flocking back to their back catalog because of what's been going on in the industry, because of this shit like this, man. Point I'm trying to make is you can't be up here celebrating and demonizing somebody after they dead. You can't celebrate somebody's assassination and then act like you have some kind of moral high ground. That's nuts. It is the antithesis of hypocrisy. And what are we seeing now? More and more people who are celebrating Kirk's assassination, guess what? They're getting fired. And now one side's trying to claim my free speech, my free speech, and although I want to have an open dialogue, I'm like, yeah, that was thrown out the window the moment you took out somebody who was willing to have an open dialogue, somebody who was willing to have free speech, to actually listen to the other side. You can't blame people for wanting to stand their ground. You can't blame people wanting to stand their ground. What people want to be defensive now. People are sick of it. People are sick of the divide. And people are going to ask those questions. You can't escape those questions, man. At some point, the elephant is going to be addressed in the room. People aren't used to being told no, man. And if you got somebody, fuck homeless motherfucker, man. Punks, thanks for the super chat. I wanted to say the homeless guy, Nancy. You know what? I'm just gonna put this right now. In North Carolina, yeah, I'm gonna put this right now, and I understand where you're coming from. And I want to say this. I just want to say this, Punk. I was on fire, regardless, with the Erna Zardska situation. And no, I'm not gonna forget that name. I'm not gonna forget her name. And you want to know why, Punk? Because pieces of shit organizations like Black Lives Matter were made a freaking Twitter post saying, make a Twitter post taking an old frame out of context saying that the oppressed deserve a right to violence. And I was pissed because this shit is exactly what I saw in 2020. It's exactly what we saw in 2020. No, Punk, not at all. This shit is exactly what we saw in 2020, and that set me off completely. And now I'm seeing echoes of that. I just feel my tolerance level is just being like slowly diminished now. You know, Gretchen Falco Martin, who made those comments saying that, you know, and having other comic creators try to stand up for Gretchen for what he was for the disgusting comments he made. You know, rest in peace, Charlie, you fascist B, and pray for the bullet that touched Charlie Kirk. And I'm like, this fucking creature, this man pretending to be a woman, this fucking creature deserves to have his job, deserves to live his job in DC. And I think people are done being called. I'm thinking people are done with the buzzwords too. I think people are genuinely done with the buzzwords as well. When you have to be on eggshells all the damn time, when everybody has to be on eggshells all the damn time because we won't want to be labeled as a racist or whatever. I'm like, no, people are done. People are sick of it. You can throw every damn buzzword at people now. They don't care. People just stop caring. That's the problem. People stop caring. Because it comes from one side of the aisle that doesn't even want to actually have a conversation. One side of the aisle doesn't even want to take accountability. One side of the aisle that doesn't even want to talk, doesn't even want to actually address the elephant in the room. Because they know what people are saying are correct, but hiding it behind buzzwords and playing victim all the damn time. So my question is, and my honest question is, man, and I'm asking the chat, with everything that's been going on, everything that's been seen for the past couple of weeks, how are you going to expect me, and how are you going to expect me to have any sympathy for these people losing their jobs? How are you going to expect me to have any sympathy? Congratulations, you turned him into a martyr, man. You turned him into a martyr. And you turned a lot of people. You turned a lot of people over to the other side, man. So how can you expect me to have any sympathy left? What's gonna happen is this shit's gonna ramp up. And pretty soon, it's going to be content creators going to be in the crosshairs. They already want to target Asmongold next. They already want to target J.K. Rowling next. People out there still trying to smear Asmongold because when he's away because his father is dying of cancer. But you're supposed to be the moral high ground, right? He's hanging in there. He's hanging in there. He's doing what he can, but even Zach is looking at this like, man, it's got to. Zach's looking at this like, no, he's done with the gloves coming off, man. His father's he's weird with his father. He's dealing with pancreatic cancer. So thoughts and prayers hoping that he makes it through. But okay. But people are still going at him for it. People are so desperate to get attention, still want to go at him for it though. No, not yet. Is that true? Now I'm gonna have to check. Are you serious? Damn. This was yesterday. Yeah. I'm gonna put a tweet. I'm gonna put a link. Put a link to the tweet, guys. If you guys want to, just send some condolences, man. Send condolences to Zach. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. I can tell you, I can say this with confidence, Zach. No, regardless, whatever people say about you over the years, you're a good son. You are a good son. I legitimately mean that. You are a good son. I think your dad would have. I think your dad was incredibly lucky to have you as a son. I'm gonna say this. Thoughts can go with you with this thing. I'm just gonna comment. Yeah. I put a link. I put a link to the chat. So if you guys want to go in and send him thoughts and prayers, man. I think he would appreciate that, man. So Zach, we got you're a good son, bro. You're a damn good son, and I know your father was a fucking soldier, man. So, yeah, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, and all good to you, man. I ain't even gonna bother looking at the damn quote tweets. I know people are probably celebrating this right now. So, to anybody who's celebrating this, fuck you. Just seriously, fuck you. Damn. Anyway. Yeah. There's probably people already celebrating it. There's probably people celebrating it right now in the quote tweet. So you know what? I'm just gonna say right now, fuck you. You. There will be, Sean. There will be, because that's how it is, man. That's how it is with social. There will be, because that's how it is with social media, man. Social media has been a blessing and a curse, and that curse is getting. And one of the curses is given. Some people have gotten way too Some people are getting way too comfortable saying this shit behind behind a screen or behind a keyboard. And that you know what? That's one of the pitfalls of social media. But I know, guarantee that's gonna happen, man. Just watch. But I wouldn't be surprised, because it's just like Kirk Situation. We're just gonna see a lot of masks. There's probably gonna be some mask off moments. You probably know damn well that Hassan Piker is probably going to make it all about himself too, and his ass as well as his ass, as well as Dan Clancy, is being summoned by Congress, summoned to speak in Congress for what's been going, for the rhetoric that's been going on the Twitch platform. So just watch, just freaking watch. But until then, Zach, thoughts and prayers, man. Take as much time you need. You are a good son, dude. And you know what? I enjoy all your content. I legitimately do. I may not agree with you on everything, but I legitimately do enjoy your content. And you always seem to have this, being able to just kind of like speak for comment. You always seem to have this. You always seem to kind of speak to people. You always seem to be able to connect well to people with common sense, people who want common sense. And he tends to have common sense, middle of the road takes too. I don't know, man. Yeah, it is always hard. That's a female. It's always hard. I'm just enjoying my some relatives dealing with my relatives dealing with that shit right now. So we're just, she's at home. She's at home. She's at home. She's at home. She's gotten her strength back and shit like that. But we're just making sure that when that time comes, when she's called home, and that time comes and she's being called home, that we're all right there. We're all right there with her, So I get it. I totally get it. I do not know with the Tokyo Game Show. I think that's going to be. Are they going to do a live stream like Summer Games Fest? Because I'm all in on that. I will definitely. In that case, I will definitely take time to check that out, man. That's going to be awesome. Whew. Man. Just fuck, man. Ananta, yes, people are excited for Ananta. Neverness to Everness is starting to look Neverness to Everness is starting to look better and promising. Of course, Azure Premilia, which everybody's excited for, Crimson Desert. Fuck, man. It's an Eastern showcase. I don't know if they're gonna do a TGS showcase. Let me check. Tokyo Game Show. Are they gonna do, so it's gonna be next week, but are they gonna do like a live are they gonna do like a live stream for it though? I'm just wondering if they're gonna do like a live stream for it, because I want to watch that. Oh, okay. So they are. Okay, so TGS, you can watch the live programming by tuning into the Tokyo Game Show YouTube channel. Specific commentary streams, which will be available from Thursday to so it'll be going from Thursday to Sunday. I'm gonna switch over to the main. Let me switch over to the main one. So I'll say type Tokyo Game Show. Tokyo Game Show 2025. So there, yeah, we're gonna see a lot. We are going to see a lot next week. I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see what comes out from there, especially from indie studios too. Oh wait, what are they doing? Oh snap! Okay, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Oh, they're gonna do a show. Okay, so they're gonna do a showcase. Okay, Top Hat Studios is going to do a showcase next week. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. No, there's a couple of games from there's like 1 or 2 games from Top Hat Studios that I'm looking forward to. One of them being Motor Slice. Obvious one being Motor Slice. But I need to look at what other whatever their games they're doing. They're an indie publisher. They're indie publishers. So Motor Slice is already on my Xbox. So Xbox will do a Tokyo Game Show next month. Okay, so Xbox will do one next week. You know what? This week, I'm very interested to see what's going on. Oh my God, Sega, please. What I want. Okay, let's go through this. Let's go through this real quick. This is from 3 days ago. Okay, what do we want to see? What do I want to see? Kota Giannis. Are they doing it? If they're doing a God of War set in Greece or Egypt or set in East of Asia, so it's too. Maybe. This might be a maybe. We might see. I do want to see. I may want to see Forza. I feel like it would probably be fitting to for Tokyo Game Show to have Xbox announce Forza Horizon 6 and have it. There's already been like rumors and leaks to have the next Horizon game set in Japan, which is something that everybody has been asking for probably since Horizon 2. I would argue probably since Horizon 2 or 3 that for over a decade that people have been wanting a Forza Horizon set in Japan, and I'm all for it. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we have an announcement for that on Tokyo, and it will be fitting on Tokyo Game Show to have to announce Forza Horizon 6 set in Japan. OD Ninja Gaiden 4, we'll probably see some more gameplay stuff for Ninja Gaiden 4 before it launches. I think it's later this year. Ninja Gaiden 4. God. You know what? I look forward to see whatever Naughty Dog drops for Intergalactic. I look forward to see whatever Naughty Dog drops for Intergalactic. Let's just say that. We're going to see more RE9. Granted, we're going to see more Resident Evil 9. Wolverine. So Insomniac has basically said that they got some more news on the upcoming Wolverine title later this year. And my stance is simply Insomniac it's going to be trash. It is going to be trash. After what I saw with Spider-Man 2, it is going to be dog shit. So I look forward to it. I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing the backlash from this because this is going to be great. It's going to be great. I can't wait. Bloodborne remake. People are saying Sekiro 2. Halo 7. I doubt it. NVIDIA. I'm looking forward to seeing. We might see a release date for Kingdom Hearts 4. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. A release date for Kingdom Hearts 4. I don't know. There's some fans who are looking forward to it. I mean, the fans who are looking forward to KH4, but I don't know. That'll be interesting. Monster Hunter Story 3 Stranger in Heaven. Ghost of Yotei. Well, whatever. But you know what? This will be interesting. We might see some gameplay of Black Myth Zhonghui, which is the next title in the Black Myth series, Game Sciences series. So it'll be a follow-up to Black Myth Wukong, that was a big surprise. So we might see some gameplay for that. Okami 2, Project Rolling Media. We're going to see some more on Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. We are going to see a lot more on Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, hands down. They did a play test they actually did a play test just recently. So, and so far the reception for the play test has been pretty positive. So, yeah, people are looking forward to Marvel Tokusatsu Fighting Souls. And I wouldn't be surprised if they added if we start seeing announcements of more characters. I still can't get over the fact that they brought in Kamala Khan. Like, oh god. I mean, she looks better, but the next Black Myth. No, but yeah, I guarantee we're probably going to see some more news on Tokon Fighting Souls, especially with probably who's going to be added to the roster next. Maybe Battlefield 6, probably not. Let's see. Onimusha, the next Onimusha, Way of the Sword, we'll probably see some more stuff in TGS. Persona 4 Revival. Now they're bringing up, because Xbox Game Showcase announced the Persona 4 Revival / like Persona 6. Or maybe a Persona 6, I don't know. Neo 3, maybe possible. Neo 3, Dust Bloods, Wuchi, Way of the Fire, which is very interesting. Looks like Souls-like, The Lost Wild. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. That could be interesting. We could probably see some more stuff on that. Dragon Quest 12. Pragmata, we might see a release date for Pragmata. The ones on my list are Ananta Azure Familia. Do we have anything more than that? Yeah, so there is. So we might see some more news on Ananta next week. Some even more news on Ananta next week. Some neat changes teased because that's like one of the bigger gacha titles. Azure Familia, I'm hoping to see more at TGS next week. So that's 2 gacha titles I'm looking forward to. It's 2 gacha titles I'm looking forward to. Ananta, Azure Familia, maybe Phantom Blade Zero. Maybe some more stuff on Phantom Blade Zero, possibly. I'm hoping. Maybe some more Phantom Blade Zero at Tokyo Game Show. Oh, because that'd be some really cool. That would be some really cool stuff to see. Oh, what else? What else am I thinking of?
Gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another video. I covered the game, which I was debating, are they really going to do a Kiwami version of Yakuza 3? Because it's already in HD, and they ported that out. Stay tuned, because that's happening. At least
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie here. I think that one of the biggest things that I want to see from TGS is this. I fingers crossed. I'm hoping for fingers crossed that we get some more news on Crazy Taxi. First off, Sega, I'm hoping we see some more stuff for Crazy Taxi. I would like to see more news on the whole Crazy Taxi reboot, but the biggest one is obviously Jet Set Radio. I'm still hyped. Like, I'm still hyped. Like, I was, like, if you guys remember, I lost my shit, like, 2 years ago when I saw that. I'll show you. I lost my shit 2 years ago, and I still have that video. I love that moment. Oh, my God. Let me bring this up. Oh, my God. I'm hoping we get some more news on Jet Set Radio. I'm serious. I'm hoping. Oh my god. Just listen to this. What's this? Was that a Crazy Taxi license plate? Oh. You know what the funny thing is? I think the indie scene I'm looking forward to the most. I'm looking forward to seeing what the indie some more indie titles to add to my wish list next week. Yeah, it was a choppy back then. What the heck is going on? What the? No! no, you can't do this to me, Sega. No, you can't do this to me, man. Oh my god. I legitimately lost it. Like, I legitimately lost it that day when I saw that. When I saw that Sega showcase the Tokyo Game Show 2 years later, and I saw Jet Set Radio. So, better believe I'm fingers crossed. My fingers are crossed, hoping we get some more news on Jet Set Radio at TGS next week, Tokyo Game Show next week. If there is, I am going to lose it again. I was Jet Set Radio has such a very, very special place in my heart. It is up there with SSX as, you know, one of my all-time favorite video games. It has a very, very special place in my heart. I never played Future, and I absolutely loved Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is his spiritual successor, but to see JSR come back, to see it in that revival, in the way it looks, I fucking lost it that day. I absolutely lost it. And to just also see Crazy Taxi come back, and I'm like, please, Sega, don't screw this up. Which, let's be honest, Sega will likely screw this up. Okay? Sega will likely screw this up. But I gotta have some hope. I gotta have some hope, right, guys? I gotta have some hope. So I know Sega will likely screw it up, but if they get the right people on board and they don't if they get the right people on board and they don't just drop the ball in the marketing and don't make an ass out of themselves, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be serviceable. Listen. This shit holds dear. This game holds a dear. This game is so close to my heart. Okay, so I'm like, please, Sega, don't fuck this up. But they probably will. Somehow, they probably will. But no. We're talking about, right, Kitty? We're talking about what we're kind of looking forward to next week, because next week is Tokyo Game Show, and we're probably going to have a lot of news drop from next week. Like I said, the biggest things aside from Motor Slice, which is one of the games I'm looking forward to. Aside from Motor Slice, which is from Top Hat, some of the indie stuff that I saw, of course, Ninja Gaiden 4. The ones I'm looking forward to are Phantom Blade Zero, Ananta. I think we're gonna get some. Rye Kitty, Eli, Emerald, mark my words. We're gonna get some Ananta stuff next week. We are getting some Ananta news next week. It has been confirmed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been waiting for so long. You can now just breathe. So Ananta is going to be at the Tokyo Game Show in September. So
it will.
We can now all relax.
I
do Genshin Shorts with Zen and Zone Zero videos at Death Crappy TV. Be sure to like and subscribe. I don't know if it's going to be game.
Ananta is the big GTA gotcha, basically. It's the big GTA gotcha. Oh, that's right. We might see Play Acclaim next week, but I think because Xbox is going to be at Tokyo Game Show and they're going to do a showcase next week, I think that can all confirm. I think we can all but confirm that. I think it's more further proof that they are going to announce Forza Horizon 6, and it is going to be set in Japan. I will say I won't be hyped, but I would not be excited to finally see that, because for longtime fans of Forza Horizon, people have been wanting a Horizon game set in Japan. So I'm like, you know what, and it's supposed to be the last Horizon game too. So it's supposed to be their final Playground Games' final hurrah for the Horizon series. So I think it would be more fitting to have it set in Japan. give the players what they want, and then have it, and because Xbox is going to be at Tokyo Game Show next week, yeah, I think it all confirmed. We're probably going to get a Horizon 6 announcement. How crazy would that be, man? How crazy could that be? I mean, they got Fujimi Kaido back. They got Fujimi Kaido back, which is a long requested track in the Forza game. So having it fully set in Japan with freaking mountain passes galore, highways basically akin to Tokyo Extreme Racer, highways and streets, highways and city streets. That would be insane. I'm just saying, that would be absolutely insane. Insane. So I am all for that. And yes, if it is confirmed, if they do confirm Horizon 6, I will react to it live. I will do a reaction to it because that is, oh my god, that's gonna be my jam. That is going to be my jam. That is going to be my jam. What else? I think that should be it. Like, I wouldn't be. This would be now. This would be out of the park. Now, this would be. This would be like wishful thinking. This would be wishful thinking. I'm going into wishful thinking here. Because we're going into what I want to see. I would love it. I would lose my shit. I would immediately lose my shit if Shift Up shows up at Tokyo Game Show next week. And wishful thinking, if Shift Up announces the Stellar Blade sequel or Project Spirits, I would lose my mind immediately. Shift Up announces. I'm just saying. If Shift Up announces Project Spirits or Stellar Blade 2 next week, that's not going to happen. That's just me. Like, that's just like what I would dream to see. Okay, that's what I would love to. That's like my dream announcement right there, because it would set the internet on fire. When Shift Up announces their next title, it will set the internet on fire. You guarantee it will set the internet on fire. But that's just wishful thinking. So that's just wishful thinking. That would be. It's completely out of left field, but I would love to see if Shift Up showed up. Shift Up had a surprise announcement at Tokyo Game Show next week with the Stellar Blade sequel or Project Spirits, because I know they're working on that. Man, it's gonna be. I would love that. I would love that. That's just me, okay? Sound off in the comments what you guys would like. Okay, sound off in the comments. What would you guys like to see, or what would be like your dream announcement next week at Tokyo Game Show? Like, sound off in the comments. What would be your dream What would be like your dream announcement next week? If everything, throw everything on the table, what would be your dream announcement next week at Tokyo Game Show? Oh, that would be a good little discussion going there. let's go. I would like to see what you guys would say. I know for Sean it's one of them. I know for Sean it's one thing, and I have been teasing him for a long time about it, and that is obviously I know I've been teasing Sean about this, but and you know what? I would be in the same thing if we got if next week Devil May Cry. My expectations. Bandito said Devil May Cry 6 if Capcom announces DMC 6. I know for Sean, if it was like if we got some like further like news or an announcement on Project DT. Devil May Cry is Metal Gear Solid, which they have been so like I still believe that a part of me still believes that they're still in production, that they're still working on this, but they announced this like 4 years ago. And don't get me wrong, this looks freaking sick. Listen, man, don't blame my. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I think that would be sick. Anyway, thank you so much, Power. Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. No, I'm just saying, man, that would be sick if they did an announcement or something about this for Tokyo Game Show next week. Like, that's like a dream. That's like I think that was something. A Dino. Ooh, yes, a Dino Crisis remake. I agree. A Dino Crisis remake using the RE engine. A Dino Crisis remake in the RE engine. That would be something. Sean, I just want 3D beat him up. Let's see. Man, Marvelous does. Marvelous brings Sean, Emerald. You would be Emerald. I would tell you would have better luck finding a unicorn. You would have better luck finding a unicorn than this. Marvelous and Honey Parade Games announced next week that they're bringing Senran Kagura back from the dead. Senran Kagura is back from the dead. A DMC Devil May Cry 6. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of let's go over to what it took. 25. What to expect. So Xbox is going. Square Enix is probably going to have updates on Final Fantasy. I think we can all agree they're probably going to have an update with Final Fantasy with the third of the Final Fantasy VII remake. They're probably going to we're probably going to see more updates on the third Final Fantasy VII remake. Dragon Quest, the next Dragon Quest. Capcom, obviously, Monster Hunter Wilds, Resident Evil 9, Street Fighter 6. Bandito, as Sean were saying, hopefully, there a dream announcement would be a Dino Crisis remake and Devil May Cry 6. Xbox, obviously, if they're showing up, I'm guaranteed that they're probably going to do Forza Horizon. They're going to announce Forza Horizon 6, and it's going to be set in Japan, like everybody wanted. Ananta, we're going to see. I think Azure Familia, we're going to definitely see. Let's see. What else? Ghost of Yotei, we'll probably see some more stuff on that. Neo from Koei Tecmo, we're going to see more on Ninja Gaiden 4, Hyrule Warriors, and Neo 3. Now, to be honest, I would like if they, maybe I'm hoping that with like Ninja Gaiden 4, with NG4 and with NG4 that they give maybe Team Ninja can maybe give another chance at Dead or Alive. I know that's a pipe dream, but maybe a surprise announcement for Dead or Alive. Yeah, DOA 7. Yeah. So Kojima Productions, they'll probably do they're going to do an event for Kojima Productions Beyond the Strand. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't, unless they might tease their next title. They might tease their next title. Kojima Productions might tease their next title. We might see that. GNT doing with partners. Needs to be game development. Okay, and automation. Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. Our production. We're gonna see some really, really interesting stuff. We're gonna see more on Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. That is guaranteed. Tokon Fighting Souls is gonna be at TGS next week. So Arc System Works is gonna be at TGS. How World, you know what? Yeah, we'll probably see something more on TGS. TGS 2025. How World. I am so sorry, guys. I'm just all this way. Level 5 announces their TGS 2020. Power of Pocket. Okay, so they announced it for Game of Tokyo Joint. So a small teaser. So Level 5 has announced Zoom 11, Victory Road, Professor Layton, The World, and Steam. So we're probably going to get some Steam announcements. Probably some new stuff to be wishlisted on Steam as well. But yeah, man, fuck. Oh, this is Team Reptile. What? Hyperfunk? What is this? Hold on. I think this is their sequel to Bomb Rush. Oh, snap. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, am I? Okay, I'm hyped. Okay, I am hyped. Okay. Okay, I'm hyped. So Team Reptile is the team that did Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Oh, yeah, this is just now. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be peak. It's going to be peak. Just in case Sega thought they were slick. Yeah, this is peak. This is peak. This is absolute peak. Team Reptile announces Extreme Trick Graffiti game Hyperfunk. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk developer Team Reptile has announced Hyperfunk, Extreme Trick Graffiti game. It's coming to unspecified consoles, PC via Steam. A date was not announced. Hyperfunk is 2 seconds for 2 second evolved funk style battle rival crews, hang out online, explore, do some great tricks. Oh, so it's gonna be an online. It's gonna be an online Bomb Rush. That's gonna be sick. Hyperfunk is a string trick graffiti game brought to from a bright future. Society is shaped by the effects of hyper. The online space as various graffiti crews compete in reality and the ideology to perp the new world. Use your skateboard, or BMX to do tricks to fuel your boost pack. The higher your combo score, to more fuel boost. It feels like the 2000s are making a resurgence. It feels like the 2000s are making a resurgence now. It feels like indie devs are bringing back the PS2 era. It feels like the PS2 era is coming back. Oh, man. Oh, I can't wait. So, for those who don't know, Team Reptile, this is the team that brought us Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, which was a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio Future. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, we're bringing cell shaded. I'm noticing we're getting cell shaded games are coming back. Oh man! Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait! I love Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and it's a multiplayer. Oh, that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be sick. Heck, Hyperfunk. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I can't believe I found that. Oh, I'm hyped. I'm excited. I'm excited. Like I said, I love Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, so I thought that was a wonderful successor, a wonderful tribute to Jet Set Radio. And I'm like, damn, we need that plus the what was that SSX meets Jet Set Radio? Oh, that's right. What was that SSX meets Jet Set Radio? You know what I'm talking about. We saw that on Wednesday. Oh man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Sage Expo. We might do something like that. Are we gonna get the Snow White game? Next week? I'm wondering if the Snow White game is gonna come next week. I can't wait. If it is, oh my god, I'm gonna be excited. I am going to be excited. We might get we might get oh, so we got to update for Mecha Break. Denshai Attack. TG Tokyo Extreme Racer is getting out of early Hyper Yuki, thank you. Hyper Yuki, thank you. That might be next week. I can't wait. I like freaking Acclaim, man. What the freak? Why are you channeling my childhood right now? How dare you?
What?
How dare you make me revive and be It still looks good. It looks good. We just need some. You get some good D&B going too. We just need some good drum and bass going. I would say to say SSX changed my life is an understatement. Let's put it that way. To say SSX changed my life is an understatement. SSX changed my life is an understatement. Oh my god, yes, I am totally all for this, but I need to see this. I probably do need to get back into Mecha Break though.
Lady Kamiya, Master has arranged everything. Please come with us.
It needs polish. It does need polish. I agree, Papa.
We'll arrive on time.
Target confirmed. Stick to the plan and keep the package safe.
You know, I got low-key, like, Tekken vibes from that. Like, low-key Tekken vibes.
Damn it! We got duped!
Now. You can still beg Nao Kami for mercy.
That was dope. Yeah, I got Tekken vibes from that. Narukami is like my favorite mech in Mecha Break though.
I'd stay longer, but I don't belong here.
Lady Camilla, stay put. We're coming to get you.
Yeah, so new skin for Mecha Break. Pretty cool stuff. Oh, exclusive animation too. Striker design, obviously an exclusive striker design. Well, it's a skin. It's not like a new mech or anything. It's just a skin. It's an exclusive skin for Narukami mech. That's all it is. Which I do like. Which, me personally, I think I would love like I said with Mecha Break. Of course, I really like the game. I do like the game. I do enjoy the multiplayer side. But man, I would love if we had a single player campaign, like a full on single player campaign. Like seriously.
MVP. Like the paint job? Don't mess with Narukami.
I like that. That's cool. Yeah, but I probably do need to check back in with Mecha Break, but yeah. Yeah, it's a PvP. It's a PvP mecha game, but man, I would love a single player campaign for that. I'm just saying. Anyway, guys, I need to get out of here. It has been. I'll probably put up a poll on later today. I'll probably put up a poll later today, asking what would you guys like to play next on Peak tomorrow night? Because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of weak. I'm looking at Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. But at the same time, I'm like, I also kind of want to do a modded. I kind of want to do Tomb Raider. I kind of want to do the rebooted Tomb Raider trilogy, but modded, obviously. Some of you guys would like to see. But I'll probably put up a poll next. I'll probably put up a poll later. Later, guys. That's it for me. All that good stuff. Thank you, everybody. CS Nation. I need to send those matches out this weekend. I know I do need to send those matches out this weekend. And I'll make sure to make time for that. It's been a lot. Don't lose. Anyway, we'll get into it. I'm Makini 90, Art Sherman, and illustrate everything between into Makini in the morning. Until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love. Never apologize for wanting attractive women in your media, especially in video games. Say no to censorship. And listen, despite everything that's been going on, and there has been a lot going on, don't lose sight of your humanity. Don't, whatever happens, don't lose your side of you. Don't lose that humanity in you, okay? Don't lose your side of humanity, okay? Because it's clear that the world itself has definitely lost their side of humanity lately. Anyway, that's it. And above all else, never stop drawing. Have a great rest of your Friday, guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys tonight on The Late Show on Loki and Snowdove, with Loki and Snowdove. And until then, if not, I will see you guys tomorrow for Peak Gaming. Until then, I love y'all. Peace.
Cute, sexy, and fun. and that is definitely the best way to describe our channel members too. We'd like to thank everyone in the CSF Nation for your incredible support. Join the channel for as low as $1 a month to get access to exclusive art drops that Makini drops every 2 months for his channel members. And all your support goes to helping out the channel and helping Makini put out the best content he can for you all to view and you all to enjoy. We appreciate all of your support, and we also appreciate your support as well. CSF Nation for life. Mwah! Gracias. Thank you for tuning in to Makini in the Morning and getting your morning started up on the right foot with us. If you enjoy this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle. Share the show out to everyone you know. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone. Become a channel member for as low as $1 a month if you want to support Makini further, and if you want to help Makini reach his 4K subscriber goal, hit that subscribe button. You'll definitely will not regret it. I am Marisa Latelli, producer and weather girl for this very program, and we all want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. We will see you all next time here on Makini in the Morning. Mwah! Makini in the Morning is filmed before a live studio audience at Makini Studios in Arcadia Village's South Tower, right in the heart of the city. Would you like free tickets to the next Makini in the Morning live show? Of course you do. All you have to do is visit youtube.com/Makini90 or call 765-9077 toll free. We might pass up on free tickets. For written transcripts, please send $5 to Lucky Negro Transcripts at P.O. Box 425, Palmetto Valley, CSF Nation. Makini in the Morning is produced by Silver Nine Productions with Makini Draws Productions in association with Inisa Lockhart Television and Makira Banks Entertainment, and is distributed by CSF Nation Domestic Television Distribution.